Hi everyone, this is Dave, and in today's video I am in the editing room, and on my desk is a new printer that I'm going to talk to you about. This is the Epson EcoTank ET-4550. Now, over my years of testing technology on the Geekanoids channel, I have tried and tested numerous printers, including inkjet printers, mono laser printers, full colour laser printers, multifunction devices. The list goes on and on. And one of my main concerns when it comes to printing documents is the consumable costs, i.e. the running costs. This should solve that worry. Let's take a closer look. So this is the Epson EcoTank ET-4550. Now there are other models in the range. This is towards the upper end of the range. Other models concentrate just on printing. This particular one is a multi-function device. So it's got a scanning bed just under here. It's also got an automatic document feeder, so you can put multiple pages in here and either copy them or scan them. It's also got a fax capability as well, so you can connect this to your phone line and use it to send and receive faxes. And of course, it's a full colour printer. Now it connects via either Ethernet, USB or Wi-Fi. I've currently got this connected to the switch just off to the side here via Ethernet. That also makes it accessible wirelessly to other computers that are connected to this particular network. Now the big selling point with the EcoTank range is the fact that it doesn't use cartridges. It uses refillable canisters at the side, and I'll show you those in a short while, and you refill them with these bottles of ink. Now with this particular model you get two sets of inks. You get a starter bottle of cyan, magenta, yellow and of course black, but you also get a second set as well. I think the initial set are a little bit smaller in capacity, but still a very generous amount of ink, and then these full bottles you can use to replenish the ink when you need to do so. And the black one in particular is a really big bottle, as you can see. Now it's nice and easy to actually fill up with ink. There's this section on the side which you open up this flap, and then you've got each individual colour that you've got a rubber cap on. You remove the cap and then you refill those with ink. You can see the capacity through the sort of semi-transparent side of this particular canister, and you just top them up as and when you need to do so. Now let me guide you around the printer a little bit. I'm not going to run through all of the specifications because they're readily available online, and there are other videos on YouTube that just quote the specifications. I want to tell you how this works and what some of the great features are. So first of all, we've got this scanner bed, so you can scan A4 documents. You can scan those direct to your computer, for example, or you can use this bed to actually use the printer as a copier. Now let me show you that now. I've got just a magazine cover here just for this demonstration. Let's pop this onto the top bed like this. We tap the home button. We happen to be on copying already, so we're going to leave that as is, and then we can choose either black and white or colour. Let's choose colour. Now it does obviously make some noise whilst it's actually scanning and printing, so let's let that complete now, and then we'll take a look at the quality. So there we go, that's now finished printing. This is just on standard 80 gram printer or copier paper, and I think that is very, very good indeed. It is a little bit wet with ink in some of the darker areas, but if you leave that to lay flat for a while, you'll find that it dries really nicely. It's dry to the touch already, but you can just feel that it has been sort of saturated with ink in the darker colours. So a very, very good representation of the cover. I'm sure you'll agree. So that can be used as either a full colour or indeed a black and white copier. In fact, let's just pop that back on and we'll run a black and white copy of the same front cover. So there you can see that same page printed in black and white, and it's very, very good detail as well, nice and crisp. In fact, you could be forgiven for mistaking this for a laser print. It is that good. So let's just remove that from the scanner bed, And again, as I mentioned earlier, you can use this to scan to your computer as well, and you could also use this for sending a single page fax. You can of course copy from this automatic document feeder as well, and this accepts A4 or letter legal size paper. There's a little tiny bit of adjustment on here as well. So that's sort of the copying function shown to you. Now I want to print a document just for demonstration purposes from my Mac Pro. This is a single page and it's full colour, and I've pushed send now, so we see how long it takes to actually get the data across and complete the printing. It's a really fast printer in fact, and I've been so impressed by the speed of this. This has got a full colour photo on and some text, and it's almost completed now. And there we go, it's just coming out. So that's a really large photo on there and some text on this document. And again, the text is nice and crisp, the photo nice and accurate as well. Really good for business presentation documents, letters and the like. This is not a photo printer. You can print photos on it. You can put different types of media inside to print on, but it's primarily aimed at the business market and for that sort of business presentation type document that you're going to be printing. Now down the bottom here, this is where the paper tray is. So you can take this out. This is fully adjustable, so you can put different size paper in here. I've just got A4 paper in here at the moment, and you've got little push tabs in various places so that you can make the capacity smaller for different size paper. That just pushes back in nice and neatly, and then we can also pull this out. This is the paper tray, and there's a little flap on the front here so that you can be sure to capture all of your paper as it comes out of the printer, and it does come out very, very fast indeed. We've also got the main control panel here as well, nicely laid out. There's no touch screen on here, but it is very, very easy to use. So on the right here you can dial in various numbers if you're using this as a fax, or the number of copies that you want to do. We've also got a redial pause, a contacts button, a stop and reset, and then we've got these two here which are used for either black and white copying or scanning, and colour copying or scanning. And over on the left here we've got some controls here for navigating the various menus. We've also got an OK button, a back button and a home button, and then this tiny display just here. If I push the home button, you can see you can go to Wi-Fi setup, copy, scan, fax, eco mode and the main setup menu. So it's really easy to navigate. And then just off to the left hand side of the display, you've got the main power on off button. Let's turn this off. You can hear a chime as it turns off. And then once this is actually powered down, I just want to turn it back on again, just so you get an idea of how long it takes to turn on. And there you go, round about sort of 5 seconds, and then we're ready to either copy or print. I think all of the controls here are nicely laid out. I would have liked to have seen a touchscreen, just because we're so used to using touchscreens nowadays, but this is perfectly serviceable and very, very easy to use. So before I sign off, why have we got cheaper running costs all of a sudden? Well, with the Epson EcoTank range, admittedly you pay a little bit more up front for the printer, but instead of having to buy expensive to replenish cartridges, you're then treated to the fact that you can use these bottles, which are much more economical. I think that's a much better way of doing business. I would much rather pay a little bit more for my printer up front, so know what I've invested in the printer, with the knowledge that I'm not going to have to pay expensive cartridge prices. I know that this is a lot cheaper. And these bottles of ink last a long time, and we've got a great printer as well. This is a multi-function device, this particular one. There are others in the range, ones that offer up just printing, larger format printing as well. But the fact that I've got a scanner here, and a fax if I choose to use it, and a copier, and a really good printer, all in one that's nice and cheap to run, I think is a winner. So I'm really pleased with what they've done here. This is the Epson EcoTank ET-4550. I'm going to leave a link to where you can pick up one for yourself down in the video description, and also a link to the Epson website as well. If you've got any questions at all about this particular printer or printing in general, or any business related questions, please do feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.